For those of you who aren't aware, Panopto is our video management tool that if you are familiar with Kaltura, that's what we used to have, and Panopto just replaced Kaltura. Let's say I just logged into Canvas and I want to get to Panopto. I'm going to navigate to a course. It can be any course. And so I want to go to Panopto in the left menu and then create, record a new session. So again, if this is your first time using Panopto on your computer, you'll need to download it first. But once that app is downloaded, you can just open Panopto. You should just get this menu or this pop-up asking you to open it. So you can go ahead and select open. So again, in Canvas, I clicked on Panopto in the left menu. And then create, record a new session, open Panopto. So this is Panopto's recording app, sorry about that. And so I was trying to show that you want to select the folder you want to save your video in first. And so I'm selecting my folder, but if you have a folder for your course, then you can select that folder as well. And then you want to give it a name. So Panopto demo. So video, I have my FaceTime, my webcam set, but if you're using another webcam, you want to turn that on. If you don't want to be on video at all, then you can just select none. So for example, if you're just doing a PowerPoint slides and you don't need to be on camera, you can turn this off, but keep your secondary source on built-in display. Now, if you just want to be on webcam and you don't have any slides to show, you can turn on your webcam and turn your secondary source to off. And then you want to select your microphone. I am using an external microphone right now, so I selected the drop down and I selected my Yeti. So if you're using an external, just make sure that that's selected, because otherwise the default will be your built-in microphone on your computer. Slides, record PowerPoint. This is going to record the individual slides and basically create a table of contents. You can also record your Keynote if you have Keynote, but I'm using PowerPoint for now, so I'm just going to use PowerPoint. So basically, recording PowerPoint creates a table of contents, but using your secondary source as a built-in display records anything happening on your computer screen. And so we want both. I would just say both. I have capture computer audio selected off. If you select it on, that's basically going to capture any audio coming from your computer. So including like, if you have a pop-up noise like from an email or something like that, that's going to be recorded. So I select it off. But if you're doing a presentation and you have like an animation or a video or something like that, and you want to play the audio, then you want to select capture computer audio to make that audio clear. So once you are set up, you're just going to hit record. And it's going to do your thing, and then once you're done, it's going to ask you to upload it. And so I'm going to go into record. So I'm going to show you, like, basically if you want to just open your PowerPoint slides, you can just go to slideshow, play from the start, and that way it's capturing your full screen PowerPoint slides and we don't see anything else on your computer screen. It doesn't give you the option to select like a portion of your screen necessarily, and so if you're recording your entire computer screen, we'll see that. I know, like, for those who might have used Kaltura before, there was like an option where you could select just part of your screen, but from my understanding, I don't think you can do that with Panopto. So I would just go into your PowerPoint when you're ready, select slide, play from the start. But also, when you have record PowerPoint selected, it's going to just record your PowerPoints. And then you hit stop when you're done, and then select upload. If you know that it's like a complete mess up and you want to just do a new one all over again, just hit delete and record again. Also, if you are on a PC, it's going to look a little bit different for you. but the basics are pretty much the same. So you will, for example, if you're on a PC, you're going to have like the ability to adjust your audio level, and you're also going to have a question asking you like what quality, like video quality you want to record, and just make that set to high. But I'm on a Mac, and so I unfortunately can't show you what that looks like. So once your video is ready, it's going to be in that designated folder that you had it. And so I'm going to actually navigate to my folder, which is where I uploaded a video recently. And I want to show you how you can do some simple editing in Panopto. And so I'm just going to hover over the video, and you see these tool options. And if you select edit, this is going to take you to the editing screen where you're able to trim like the beginning and end of a video, as well as if there's anything in the middle that you want to delete. So you see how there's this scissor selected. This is showing that we are in editing mode. And if you drag in from your end or beginning clip, you'll see this gray area being shaded. And that's showing you basically what will be deleted. And I can do it again. I can do it at the beginning. And so I am basically telling my screen that I want to delete this part in the shaded gray and this part in the shaded gray. Additionally, I can highlight anything in the middle as well if I want that deleted. So I want to just show you an example of what it will look like if I basically trim out part of it. And so I am going to navigate to the beginning of the video and select play, and you'll see how it jumps past this gray portion. Has also that's an example of what it looks like. So that's showing you a preview of what it'll look like when you delete this. So oftentimes, like you'll most likely want to use this feature to trim off the beginning when you're getting ready to do your PowerPoint or your presentation. So I have like a few seconds where I'm just kind of getting set up, and so I want to navigate to the very beginning. So hold on, I'm going to just play it and see when I actually start talking. Everybody. Okay, so I'm actually going to move it a little bit past so I don't trim off the beginning. And then if you see that the editing tool, when I drag it towards the red line, it actually snaps in place to make a cleaner edit. And so same with like at the end, I want to delete a few seconds at the end just to make it a little bit cleaner. Important things that I will put in your folder. Thank you. And I want to end it at thank you, and I want to get rid of the things that I will put in your folder. Thank you. So I'm going to pause right after thank you, and I'm going to drag the gray line to the red bar. And so there I have a clean edit, and I'm going to hit apply to apply those changes. But when you make these changes, you can always go back to your previous. So Panopto always basically saves your original video. So no editing is actually permanent. You can always go back. It's going to take a little bit for it to process the edits. So again, basically we can go into edit. So I'm just hovering over a video I want to edit, and then chop out the beginning and end if I'd like. So I'm just going to highlight the portion of the video that I want to delete and just play it and double check. That's the part I want to delete. This video is there's nothing happening. I'm just literally testing my computer screen, so there's not much going on in here. But then you just hit apply when you want to save that change. And if you mess up, you can always just hit revert and, to go back to undo. Let me see if I can go over the sharing feature real quick. So how do you share your videos when you're ready to share them? Actually, what we should talk about first is, say you record multiple streams. So you record your screencast, so your computer screen, and you record your webcam, and you don't want both of them. So maybe I want to delete the camera portion, the webcam portion, and I want to only have the slides. If I go into settings, so the little gear icon, I'm going to click on settings, and I go to streams. If I hover over, so DV is the webcam and then screen is the computer screen, I can select the X to completely remove that stream of my video. So that way you will only see the computer screen. And this is actually a very common question that we get. How do you delete the stream if you accidentally, you want to just have a webcam and you are recording your computer screen the entire time? That's how you do it. You go to settings, streams, hover over the stream you want to delete, and select the X to remove it. How do you share your video? Same thing in settings, go to share. Who has access to this folder? You can select anyone at your organization with the link. And so that way any of your students will have access to the video. You can also embed the link into your, directly into a page. Otherwise, like, students will be viewing these videos specifically in this Panopto folder. So I just went to embed, copy, and paste the link into your page, and same with link if you just would like to have a link. And then link, I believe, will just open like a new window. Embed is going to show that, video icon where they can just play the video on your page directly. So another thing to talk about is you have the ability to record in Zoom, right? You can do Zoom recordings for meetings, and those are being uploaded directly into Panopto. And so how do you move those to get to your course folder? So when you record in Zoom, it's going to create this folder in your My folder. And again, you can just access that by when you get to Panopto, select the folder and select what folder you want to go to. And you can go to meetings, and this is a Zoom meeting I tested yesterday. And to move this, you go to settings, and then right here next to folder is showing this in meetings recordings, but I want to change it. So say I want to change it into my course. I'm going to move it to development term because that's my course folder. And then I just hit save. And that way it's moved and students have access to it. But again, you can also go to, oops, I want to save that. You can go to share and change the settings who has access to your video to anyone at your organization with the link. And then you hit save for that. Yes, students are able to record their presentations using Panopto. So anyone with SMU login has access to Panopto. So anybody on campus can do the same, can use Panopto. Okay, so again, how you would move the folder from Zoom, Talia, is you'll go to the video that you'll go to your Zoom video, which again is in meetings recordings. So how you get to that, again, is you go to Panopto, and it's going to be this folder that you select, and you navigate to meetings folder. And meetings folder is a private folder, which is why you need to move it to your course folder. It's being saved into like a private folder that only you have access to. And so to change the settings for sharing, you can go into you go into settings, and then next to folder, it says meeting recordings, and so I want to change it to a different folder. So I'm going to change it to development term folder, and I'll hit save, and then it's automatically in that folder. And that's the folder, for example, that my students have access to. So now they're able to watch that video. You can also go to share, and you have the option to change who has access to the video, and you can select anyone at your organization with the link. So that way, anybody at SMU who has the direct link, they are able to watch the video. How can I move a Zoom call from an external folder into the Panopto folders? So if you want to, for example, if you're recording a Zoom call locally on your computer, you can upload it actually in Panopto. You can go to create and upload media, and then just drag that file in here. And that goes with Zoom recordings or any, video that's local on your computer. You can directly upload in here, and you can select the folder you'd like it to be uploaded to. It doesn't need to be uploaded to my meetings folder if it's a Zoom one. You can just upload it to whatever folder you want to upload to. It does automatically create closed captioning, actually. Let me show you that real quick. Okay, so it does automatically create captions. So in the editing tool, you can go to the side on the left and click captions, and it creates automatic captions. However, it's not necessarily 100% accurate, and so you can go ahead and edit them directly in here if you find an error. Like, for example, I spell my name Ohlson, so I can just select this area and correct it. And then you can just play your video and Ohlson follow along with the captions. Oops. Okay, so we have the primary source and the secondary source. We have two timelines here, right? So the primary source is the webcam, and then secondary source is the screencast. And this actually isn't the best video to demonstrate with, but I have my primary source and my secondary source, and then I have slides. You see, it's created this table of contents by having PowerPoint selected. And so these are actually the titles of my slides, and it's navigating to those. So it creates a table of contents so students can basically navigate directly to what they're something more specific, what they're looking for, especially if they've already watched the video and they want to look back and find something more specific. They're able to go into contents and look at and find that slide that they're specifically looking for. And so that's what this does when you have record PowerPoint or record Keynote selected. It creates this contents. If you don't have it selected, it doesn't make this table of contents. And then in here in streams, so it doesn't have this. It doesn't have PowerPoint isn't another stream necessarily. It's still screen recording, which is why we want screen recording selected. Because I want to say it, especially if, for example, I'm navigating something on the PowerPoint, but I want to go into Canvas or something like that and show them how to upload an assignment in Canvas. I want to demonstrate that. I really want screen selected. So I'll go over again how you can delete a stream. And so basically you'll want to go into settings and go into your streams folder or streams menu option, and you'll see DV and screen. So DV is your webcam and screen is your computer screen that you recorded. So say you recorded both accidentally, but you really don't want to be on webcam, you just want to record your PowerPoint slides. Or say you just want to be on webcam and you didn't realize that the entire time you were recording your computer screen the whole time. So what you do is you go into streams and you hover over the one you want to delete and you just select the X, and that's going to delete it. So I'm just going to hit the X, and it'll give you a warning, like, are you sure you want to delete this? Yes, okay. And then just for the sake of this demo, I'll show you what it looks like. So I deleted the screen recording. And so now we just have my webcam. I'm going to hit the X. It's going to reload. And now you see that my screen recording is gone. Now we just have the webcam and my slides.
Your pet's in the video.
So you see when you play it, you'll see that the students will be able to watch the primary source, the one source, the webcam on this left side, but then they can see the slides
tend to enjoy that.
up here in this area.
And wrap up video.
So yeah, so that's how you delete a stream. So this is what the students would see when they navigate to the video. This is from the student's perspective. I mean, they don't have the option to edit or anything, but as mentioned, they're able to see this table of contents so they can navigate to a slide. They can click in here to skip forward to a different slide or a different part of that video, and they see the webcam and they see the secondary source or slides to the right of it. So this is from the student's perspective what they would see. We only have a couple more minutes, so let's see if there's anything else I can go over. And then I'm going to go over the captions again one more time. So again, captions, this is from the student's perspective. They can click captions and see the captions these are automatically created. I did not make these, Panopto automatically made these. And they're also able to navigate in here for a specific part in the video they might want to look for. So say, and then they can search in the recording. So they can type something specific related to the video if they're trying to find that part, and that'll navigate them and jump them forward to the part of the video where you're talking about it. To edit your captions, you want to go back into the editing tool and click captions, and you can just edit in here directly. But anyways, sorry, we've run out of time, but thank you for joining me. Thank you.